What is up, everybody? It is once again me, Don Horatio, back with some more casts from the newest member of Team Liquid, none other than the ex-Brood War pro gamer C, playing Terran. And let's just get right into the game right now. I promised you another matchup, and this time it will be a TVT. And in the bottom right, we do have our star player, Liquid C, spawning as the red Terran for Team Liquid. And in the top left, we have his opponent for the match. It is none other than Dignitas.SeleCT, another Korean Terran, playing for Team Dignitas, the foreign team, and living outside of Korea, I believe. I'm not entirely sure about that. I actually don't know a whole lot about Select's personal life, but a strong player. I don't know a whole lot about his TVT. I only know that he likes to 2-racks a lot in TVZ, which infuriates me, but he used to be quite good at TVP, I know that as well, and he is a strong player for sure, and we'll have to see how he fares against our Team Liquid player. Neither player looks like they are going to be doing any sort of proxy. Actually, I might have spoken. Nope, I did not speak too soon. So, both players making depots in their mains. We'll have to see if they send out another probe to maybe send out another SCV to see if they want a proxy. But I don't think either player will be up to that in this particular match. And yeah, so I've already casted one game of C. It was it was a TV. Oh God, I've already forgot what I did. It was a TV. Who did he play? Why can't I remember in my head? Oh yeah, I'll have to go look at that at some point. Actually, but anyway, C is going for gas first before anything else, so it looks like he'll be going straight for some tech play here. We'll have to see if that's going to be for cloaked banshees or maybe just for going straight for mech perhaps. Or we'll have to see what he decides to do with that gas. Whereas Select does place the not command center, the barracks first and then the refinery, so he will be going tech as well. But C will be heading out for that tech much sooner, with this very early gas, maybe even Reapers possible. We'll have to see if he goes for that. That would be insane. By insane, I mean like insane in a good way. I actually just love Reapers. I think they're an excellent unit and not used as often as they should be because they're, well, excellent may be a strong phrasing of it. I think they're just awesome because they can jump off cliffs and just shoot things in the face and kill them. And it's pretty awesome that Reapers can do that. I'm looking forward to the self-healing Reapers in Heart of the Swarm. Should be just good times all around. More Reapers. It means better for the game of StarCraft 2, I think. So Select will get in with this SCV pretty early and see this gas already up and mining, so he knows the tech is on the way. And there does come the factory from C right off the bat. And if he's going for that quickly, so that pretty much puts Reapers out of the picture. So I'm going to go ahead and expect heavy just tech, probably going to Banshees as quickly as possible. On the other hand, Select is also dropping his factory, placed a bit later, obviously due to the lower amount of gas from the later guys are being taken. Dropping down the tech lab onto the barracks, so maybe just going for really quick tanks perhaps. This might be a 1-1-1 of sorts. We'll have to see what exactly C wants to go for. Still has not taken the second gas, so I don't think it's going to be cloaked Banshees unless he takes that pretty soon. He did have this one pretty early, so maybe we'll see what he decides to do. Oh, and it will be Banshees for sure. And it looks like we'll be doing a bit of 1-1-1 action here, perhaps. We'll have to see what he decides to do. Look to see the second gas taken. That'll tell us just how much he wants to invest in this tech-heavy play. Still only one gas for Select currently, so I think he'll be going either just straight Banshees or maybe a command center being dropped, actually. Maybe he'll be going a Banshee expand play. This could be very interesting as well. We'll have to see how he fares against the more straight-up tech attack style of C. C will have a lot of options open to him with this Banshee, and yep, he doesn't have the gas to make the cloak, so it'll be just a straight Banshee. It looks like we see that very soon. Select trying to pressure with a couple of Marines, but one Hellion and a couple of the Marines for C does push that back. The Hellions will allow that pretty early map control, so that's very good for C. First Banshee is on the way. Definitely not going to be cloak. I'm looking. This could be a very interesting play. I want to see if he expands behind this, and with this SCV down here, it looks like he will, and also the money stacking up. So a defensive little 1-1-1 build here. And we'll have to see what he transitions into off of that. Basically, he has everything in place to go either for mech or for bio, which is, I was about to say not mech. I mean, well, there you have that. Select is taking his second geyser at the same time as C, so both players looking to just expand off of their little 1-1-1 maneuvers here. And we'll have to see if either of them can get anything done with the Banshee. We see Select just churning out a Viking right now. I don't think he ever made a Banshee. Let's take a look at the units tab really quick. Yep, Select never did make a Banshee. And this Viking will pretty much completely shut down what C wants to do with his Banshee. So his Banshee should do next to nothing. If he did he actually ever end up making that? Or okay, there it is. Alright, I would have looked like a right fool if he had not made this Banshee. But it is on the way. We'll have to see, keep tabs on that and see what it can do. We do have a medevac on the way very quickly here. Might go for some drop play, perhaps, maybe with a couple of Hellions to see what he can do. And it is rallied all the way across the map. Where's that rally going? Or is that the Banshee rally? I think that might have been the Banshee rally, actually. Let's see what is going on. Yep, the Banshee trying to get done what it can. It only has 1 kill right now, and the Viking will shut it down with only 2 kills. So that Banshee, not worth the investment there. A little bit of auto repair going on in the main as well. So very well played. As my game pings at me, I'm going to set myself to busy because I'm a fool. And we do have the expansion now from Select, floating that barracks out there at the same time as C. So they're going to take their expansions at exactly the same time, pretty much. Third command center already on the way for C. I don't think Select has one yet. No, he does not, but he will be dropping a couple of barracks. So he's made his decision. He will be going for the bio play. And it does not look like C is committed to any other production structures quite yet, so we still don't know quite what he's going for. And we'll have to see how soon he takes these 2 gases at the natural. If he takes them quickly, it'll be a huge indicator that he wants to go mech, but having not seen that yet, it's probably going to be bio. But we'll have to see what he decides to do. There's still time to kind of make that decision. But both players currently pumping out tanks and marines, very similar stuff. And here's that drop I was talking about with the Hellions, actually. And how are these Hellions doing? Oh, looks like they're pretty good. 2 kills on 1, 3 kills. Yeah, so these Banshees doing a pretty good job. Gonna roast a couple marines as well. And let's see if they get back in that mineral line, and they will. And they're doing basically, this is just really annoying for Select. And I don't think was the medevac lost? It was not. So right now the only thing he's lost is 2 Hellions. And look at the workers kill tab up to 10. Very, very successful harass from our Team Liquid Terran, and you can see that evident in the supply counts right now. And that was a great maneuver there. Total of 11 workers killed, a couple of marines as well. Very well done. Here's a drop of his own from Select moving in, trying to do what he can, but there's a tank and a number of marines here to defend against this. And let's see if he can knock down this medevac and kill all the units inside it, and he will drop again down here. 2 more refineries going down for C, and is he dropping any more production structures quite yet? No, so he still has not made a decision. But he's going to hold off this drop with pretty limited ease. Did lose some units. Let's look at the workers killed. To 8, so a good counter drop there from Select, but Select finds himself behind in supply. And let's take a look at the worker count. 34 to 30, so C has a slight lead, not a huge one. But C's standing army is much better, 14 Marines to the 6 of his opponent, 2 tanks to 1. There is a Viking and a medevac for C as well, and only he's in a good spot. His unit count's much higher. He has this 3rd expansion already floating over. No 3rd expansion even on the way for our Dignitas player. And let's see what... Oh, we have some more production going down. It will be barracks, so it's going to be biomech, most likely. Just need a couple more tanks being popped out as well. Reactor for the starport. Get those medevacs out. So we're going to see roughly the same composition from both of these players. And that leads to an advantage definitely for C. Once you're ahead, if you're going with the same unit composition as your opponent, I mean, if you're behind and you're going the same unit composition, you can't really catch up unless like your opponent really biffs in the engagement in some way, because you have the same units. And you generally have less if you're behind, obviously, so that kind of sucks. There's really no way to out-micro or use tricks to try to take advantage of your opponent. Sorry for that little mouse movement there. Little shiver. But if you change unit compositions and you have a different one than your opponent, if you're behind, there's the opportunity to try and outmaneuver your opponent with a different unit composition. That's why if you're behind as a bio player going against mech and TVT, for example, if you drop really efficiently and really take advantage of the immobility of the Terran mech army of your opponent, you can do huge damage, and it's absolutely fantastic what you can do with that. And you can actually catch up from some significant deficits is the word I'm looking for. There we go. We've seen Polt do that a number of times. He almost always goes bio or biomech in TVT, and he knows how to drop and multitask like a boss. And that's what makes Polt so good at TVT. He's just so good at using his composition, which is the bio heavy composition, Marine Marauder Medevac, and he's just so good with it. So let's take a look at what else is going on. We do have more barracks being added for the Team Liquid player. Where are they going down? Here they are. Going to add up to 6 barracks, it looks like. Double evolution chambers. I am a Zerg player, and it's evident by the fact that I call those evolution chambers. Double E-bays on the way. A nice little turret placement here to discourage drops. He's have another one over here. He's making one, so that's a good little maneuver there from C. We don't actually see anything like that from Select. Yep, no turrets over there, so a good little maneuver by C. I like to see that. But Select is moving out onto the map. Let's take a quick look at the army supply, actually. And Select is about equal right now. A touch ahead, but not a whole lot. So let's see if he's able to put any pressure on with this. He's on the 2 base against the 1 base of his opponent, and with equal army supply, that is not a good sign for the Dignitas player. He's going to look to try and do some damage to even that up a bit, but he might have a hard time doing that. I mean, Bumblebee, having siege tanks, I call him Bumblebee. God, stop using the account that's not yours, C. Why are you doing this to me? But placing a sensor tower as well as C. He's on top of everything right now. He knows he's ahead and basically trying to defend himself against the things that can put him behind, like drops. And we might see actually a big Doom drop into the main here. Going to try and take advantage of the terrain on the map. The turret will discourage him away. The tank should take that turret down pretty quickly. And this big Doom drop in the base, in the main, will go off, but it was delayed by that turret. So C has time to get his units up here, and you can see that he has all his Marines in place, and the tanks are doing what they can. There's a defensive tank as well for C. It's really going to be hard for him to kind of move up and clear this Marine pack right here, and the production is certainly under fire. But C's in a great spot. No economic damage is being done. One barracks was taken out. That's not a huge deal. And he's still ahead. And that move forward by Select, losing a ton of Marines there. He could not afford to lose that. And look at the supply difference. We should see a Stim 4 to take out these tanks. And there they go. You lose a lot of Marines, but more than worth it to clean this up. And, well, and there's no sight even, so he can't even attack those Marines. And very well held off by C. Knew that drop was coming, saw it with the turret, was able to delay until he could get his units into the main. Still defended the third as well if Select had tried to counter, not a counter, but a multi-pronged assault over here. C just has all his bases covered. Select is trying to take a third, but he lost a lot in that attack. And let's take a look at the income really briefly. You can see it's heavily in C's favor, and he's just in a really good spot going forward. And he can just pretty much max out and push. Or even, looks like he's going to try and push out right now and secure the map. And there's not a whole lot Select can do about this. He should just unsiege this tank and get out, quite frankly. But here does come the move up. The tank's sieging, and once these tanks finish sieging, boom. Absolute destruction and chaos. And Select is pushed off of the map. C moving out brilliantly, killing siege tanks, and just doing everything absolutely right. He has the tower vision as well, allows him to have that extended range on the siege tanks. And basically, yeah, Bumblebee, Bumblebee, his name's not Bumblebee. C will be able to push out very soon and do some real damage here. This third, Select's not going to have a very easy time holding on to the third. Let's just take a look at the unit count. Twice as many tanks, 6 more Marines, and it's just, C is in a great spot right now moving forward. All his bases saturated. His SCV count 71 to 49. Here does come the push, and it looks like Select, whether he wants to or not, will just be forced to counterattack. There's no way to defend against this push, and you will see it now with this Marine at the tower. And yep, stimming up is C, and here does come the counterattack. And he can kind of afford to lose the third if he saves that orbital command. Let's see how soon he lifts it out. The Marines might be able to kill it anyway, though. It looks like they will focus fire down immediately. No way that's going to live. But as long as C stays up in his main base and up in the natural, siege this tank and defend this area, he's in a position to win this game, because here comes his army. And the natural is completely compromised for Select. C waiting to heal up his Marines, and he moves out here and takes down this third. Oh, never mind. Select knows he is toast McGhost. We take a look down here. The push was moving in, but the siege tank was was able to basically defend almost by itself. Another tank up here to back up Marines as well. And once brilliantly played by C, just kind of used his, I would say, superior mechanics and a greedier build slightly. He started out a bit more aggressive, with more aggressive options, but with the double command center, he was able to take that third base pretty much earlier and secure that economy. And then once he defended against that big Doom drop that Select tried out of a move of kind of desperation, I mean, just C took a huge lead that he never relinquished. And that's the game. And C has shown that his TVT is just as good. He won the, I think he won the TVZ that I casted as well. I cannot remember who he was playing. I should look that up. Anyway, well, I'm not even spoiling the results for you. I think he won, but I'm not sure. I don't even know what race he was playing or what player, so definitely check out my other video. I have short-term memory, and I apologize for that. But thank you all for watching this game, Liquid C versus Dignitas.SeleCT. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be bringing you a third Liquid C cast pretty soon. Definitely check that out, and I believe I will also be casting for SCV Rush, the group that I work for. I will be casting the Poker Strategy League on Wednesday, I believe. Maro versus this player, actually, Select. Maro versus Select. We'll see some ZVT action. Maro will be playing the Zerg race because he hates the mirrors. So look forward to that on Wednesday. I don't know the actual time off the top of my head, but it's late EU time and midday North America time, I think. So definitely check that out. 2 great players, and me casting. I hope that's good for you. I don't know who my co-caster is right now. The guy who normally would is actually going to be sick, I think. By going to be sick, I mean he's sick right now with the flu, so he doesn't think he'll be ready, so we're trying to find another guy. So we'll see who we come up with, but it should be good. Great players, great action. Look forward to that. Thanks for watching the game, guys, and I will see you later.